boxes for King of the Hill. We've got Paul Luna and Joe Janosik. You live from Frederick, Maryland. We're at the Tilted Kilt in Frederick. And third annual tournament here, Handicap, 80% Handicap. We've got some good people that have come in from all over. We've got folks from St. Louis, Boston, California, Richmond, Pennsylvania. And it's nice to just see the Golden Tee community on the Mid-Atlantic side of things come together. Enjoy. Look, this is going to be a great match. I expect Luna to put up 28-29. Right, Johan, why don't you join me? Hey, welcome to the booth, Johan. How do you pronounce your last name, Johan?
Ponson.
Yeah, so Johan, we know he's part of the Springfield, Virginia crew. Welcome to the Golden Tee TV commentator booth, and we've had a lot of celebs come through. What do you think of today's matches?
I think they've been pretty good. I think it's pretty crazy to see CraZy Joe in the finals, baby. Woo!
Yeah, there you go. It's one of his guys, man. So, look, I want them both to do well. Here's the thing. If you're going to be on the mic, I can't have one-word answers there, Johan. You got to give me some commentary. You're my technical guy. I am the setup guy. You're the guy that goes in and caps them off. You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what do you think? Has CraZy Joe got a chance here?
I think if a blind squirrel finds a nut, he might have a chance. No. I think CraZy's set up. I think he hasn't drank too much. I think everything should go well.
What's the handicap here? 5 strokes. So so CraZy Joe's got 5. We'll see if Luna makes up the stagger. Does Luna play this full time like every day? It's a question from the stream. Absolutely, he plays at 100%. This is his full-time job. If so, how many hours is he grinding a day? Well, if you go out to the Powercade, I believe they have 12 machines, something like that. So he can play. Just be careful. He can play 2 machines if he's out there by himself. I think they run different shifts, but he probably can get through it in 4 or 5 hours.
Comes a good old CraZy Joe shot.
CraZy Joe shot.
Nice shot.
Don't knock our beers over. That's all I ask, is that when you walk through the table, be cool. By the way, when you sit in that table, at some point you need to pull the trigger on if you want to bet or not on a certain shot.
Okay.
So far, I'm 2-0. You could put up a gentleman's bet of $1 up to $5. I have both. Joe knows.
And what are we betting on? Closest to the.
Well, if it's a crazy shot, you can go closest. If it's a hole-in-one, you can say, I think the guy's going to hole-in-one. I called it, Luna. I said hole-in-one, he holed out. So it's negative.
Okay.
Right here. You going to call it? $1 for hole out, Luna?
No.
Remember, I'm the high stakes. I get to call it. You just have to accept it. Yeah, he's playing streaks, by the way, so those balls are not going to back up really well. So I know people out there, build the bags. Some people play with stock clubs. Get into the game, build a bag that's comfortable for your game. Does Joe put it within 10 feet?
I need to go get a beer. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Hey, I'll replace him quickly. People, you got to be in the booth for 24/7. Come on, Luna. Seriously? Nice chip in with a 6-iron for those for those handicappers. Using your clubs other than the loft. Gonna be short. Nice shot. Joe's driving it. Luna's going to just lay up like he does. He's going to lay up right there. Look at that, skills. Thank you, Derek. We all know he's so sick. Hey, Jim, you want to join me in the booth?
No, I just want to look at the stuff. Thank you, though.
You sure? You want to? Hey, you're doing a great job. I've given you enough shout-outs. You sure you want to join me for 5 minutes and just get on the mic?
Thank you, though.
Put the headphones on, Jim.
No, I'm not doing it.
Come on. Jordan? You guys are scared to get on the mic. Everybody's scared to get on the mic with Tate. That's how I roll. Here comes Johan. Johan's back.
What I missed?
Hey. Yeah, nice. Hey, you're on the keyboard, though. Kill it, the mojo.
Cheers, mate.
All right, welcome back, Johan.
Thank you.
Everybody's trying to get you drunk while you play, Luna. That's terrible. I'm scared of you.
Joe's in prime time. Not sure how Luna is
Johan,
doing.
I've been asking everybody the same question. How did you get into Golden Tee as you started? You're a very good player. I've played with you. I've watched you. I've come down to Springfield and played with you guys. You have a really, really solid game. Tell me what the deal is.
I guess I was playing darts and I saw a bunch of crazy motherfuckers playing this game, and that's when I started playing it.
We realize it's the PGs. We apologize. We're just getting up and running. Johan's new to the booth. He realizes that we can't use some of the dialect that we try to. Johan, A.K. Mr. 30, Neil. Oh, so Mr. Wino's on the stream.
Oh yeah, Johannes.
A.K. Johannes. I love it. Oh my God, that is great. Hey, cheers. Cheers to that. Nice, Mr. Glazer. Good.
Nice to know Neil's watching.
Oh, absolutely. Neil's a great dude.
Standing behind CraZy.
Yeah, so...
or maybe he's behind Luna.
But back to... so you started playing darts and then you got into this game. How long you been playing now?
Shoot, 8-9 years now.
Okay. What's the limit? So, I mean, this is maybe a naive question, maybe an unfair question. What's the number one thing you worked on when you got into the game to get better?
Curving the ball.
What does that mean? Curving, cutting? I mean,
curving. I mean, any way to get around something or to cut into the wind. For sure.
Yeah, I've heard cutting into the wind. What does that really mean to folks out there?
Well, if it's 13 miles an hour at 5 o'clock, then you're going to go left into the wind to cut into it, and hopefully maybe you got a 3 right, backspin it, and pull it up in there.
So sick.
Yeah. It's so much fun watching
it. Makes it very easy. No, Johan, you raise a good point there in terms of cutting into the wind. I think when I started, it was just understanding the 180s. Then you introduce, I think, lower lofted clubs into the chipping to get you better around the green. And then I think the third step is really being able to cut into the wind. A lot of people will move maybe they'll click right once and play into the wind. But to get really, really good, you got to play against the wind or with the wind and be able to cut it in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And different clubs play different ways. Have you used YouTube and some of the streams to get better, or did you actually just play with a lot of good players that helps you? Or did you...
hanging out with all these guys here at tournaments definitely helped. And then, I'm lucky to be sitting around a bunch of good players.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think actually, going to a tournament and seeing how people play is a key. So I would say that Houston's coming up in first week of December, I believe, November 30th weekend. Then they make the tour around to Orlando and Chicago and St. Louis and back to Cincy and all next year, 2018. But going to a tournament, I went to my first tournament in 2014. And I think, at the time, I think I was at 18, 19. And now I'm in anywhere between 23 and 25. I probably could, if I had time to actually play, could be like a 15 or 16. I'm just kidding. But I think I just don't have time to play all the time.
Yeah, if you want to keep up with these guys, you want to average like 6 games a day.
Absolutely. Well, if you got
It's a
16
tough thing
a day,
to do.
you know, when you're married, you got kids, how are you going to ever get that in?
You got to buy one, bring it home.
There you go. Wouldn't even think to play low there, would you?
Yeah, I do. I do around the bend.
You want to get on? You all scared to get on the mic, huh? There's no mumbo jumbo here. Hey, ask Johan. The voice in the mic sounds very crisp and clear. Got a little bit of raspiness to it. Well, you know, I juice my voice. PEDs. This is always an interesting hole here. You can lay up on the island and not necessarily have enough backspin, or you can go up by the bunkers. Which do you typically do?
I like to lay up by the island.
On the island, really?
Yeah, I like to be right where Luna's at.
Nice shot. Yeah, that's not the island. That island was where Joe was.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the sand bunker. Never mind.
Yeah. I think it's a 3-wood or thumbs a driver all day. What's been your best score, Johan, on this on Golden Tee?
Golden Tee in general, I've only topped out at 30.
30.
Yep.
And so when you only 130 in your entire career?
130 in my entire career, yes.
And how did that feel?
Fabulous, because in the area we live in, I was the first one to do it. And
oh, really?
Yeah, it was a good time.
Not sure what that shot was all about.
Yeah, I like it. You know, if I can hit 27s on a regular, that's pretty nice. But once in a while, to hit that 30. But yeah, that's why I'd like to hang around some people who are constantly doing that. That way, you're watching the tricks.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I personally, you know what? I like playing with people who are much better than me.
Yep.
And, you know, when I was growing up, I was a single handicap golfer. I was a 5 handicap and could stroke a 79 to an 82 on a regular basis. But I played with guys that were 75, you know, scratch golfers. And I feel like this, where you the same sort of mindset, mentality around Golden Tee. You play with guys that are much better. And they're all helping. Yeah, this is a gimmicky hole for so far. This hole right here makes a difference in your round. I mean, I always just try to play to the fat part of the green.
It's back there. It's Richard's.
What is it?
It's something for one of his thingamajigs.
Okay.
And Luna lands it.
You gotta actually hit it. I mean, it's weird, but Golden Tee sometimes in some of these holes where you think you can just sort of muscle, you know, nice and finesse it up there, you gotta hit it.
Yeah, even with the 10 mile an hour, it's a dangerous hole.
Oh. What is Joe doing? Choking on my nuts?
Joe is not having a good game right now.
No, Luna's in the driver's seat at this point, and there's no turning back. You want some of this?
Nice shot, Luna. Nice shot.
I gave you the opportunity.
Oh, to call on the hole-in-one. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I said, do you want some of this? You heard me.
Should have called $1 on it.
Yeah, that was dumb. All right, so on game 4, we've got Todd Boyer and Jed Donnelly playing as well. So I know they're not on the stream, but we can watch their game. They're playing Rhineland. Looks like what's the score over there, Johan? Can you see it from here?
No.
Yeah, it's tough to see those with the new UI. It's tough to see it. Nice shot.
Good shot by CraZy Joe. Too bad he's so far behind. Luna's pretty much right on the money almost.
What we got going on over here? Let me see. Bong's minus 19. Going to the gimmicky number 14 on Rhineland.
This is always a good hole. Nice setup. Pulled out the 10.5 on it.
He's next to the railroad tracks over there.
Oh boy. Yeah, it was invisible railroad tracks. There you go, CraZy.
Here comes some streaming candy.
Nice shot, CraZy. Luna's on pace for
Hey, Derek, good
29.
question. Derek Duche asked, you guys ever think about putting the camera right over the top of the trackball so we can see the angles these guys hit the shots at better?
I think I've seen that before, actually. I think at the Vegas tournament they've had that.
Yeah, and I believe Quentin, White Trash Gaming, used to do it a lot.
Yeah, it is nice to see that. But basically, you're looking at 3 different screens, so it's kind of you want to pay attention to the way they're shooting the ball for sure.
Yeah, but I think at some point when you get to a certain point, it's a feel. I mean, you've seen enough cuts, you've seen enough shots. It's just getting better at them. You know, it's getting better at more precision.
But for the people that are getting into it, it's nice for them to see it, especially when you're not playing with good players or you don't have a lot of good players around. Because to be able to watch that and see what he did to that,
it doesn't matter because some of them mask the ball.
True.
You know, with the way they hold their hands. That's just, stupid. Just bowing through them like nothing. 29s and 30s. Yep, Luna.
Nice game.
Luna, another win. Sick. My man. Nice. All right, we're going to take a quick break, get on the stream. So thank you, Johan, for joining the Gold TV.